Hi guys, welcome back for another video. My name is Vikens Dean Anderson and this is
Denny B. Wren.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about our experience as actors. So maybe not all of you knows I have acted before and Danny has acted before.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about our experiences a little bit, what we have learned about acting, why do we love it so much. So let's just jump right into it. I always wanted to ask you, I've seen you in Spelling Bee before.
Yes.
It was great. And I'm always scared of singing. I'm not a singer. I think I'm okay at it, but I'm always scared that, when you sing it and your voice crack.
Yes. Yeah.
That terrifies me. So I'm like, how do you prepare for musical?
Okay. So how you prepare for it is that you just gotta, if you come from a singing background, of course you have singing experience, just practice. Your voice, just sing from your diaphragm. Don't sing a note that's too far-fetched for you, that's going to be like, sing a note that's really mid-range that matches your tone. So if it matches your voice and it matches the music in a nice, smooth transition way, then you're great with it.
I want to make sure that I do it as the best of my ability.
And trust me, his acting is, oh my God, so beautiful. It's like, yes.
You said how many plays have you?
I did stage plays. I did 5, if I'm not mistaken, 5 stage plays.
Yeah.
I did Little Shop of Horrors. I did one with my church called The Prodigals. I did Now, which is Spelling Bee. And it's a William Shakespeare called As You Like It.
As You Like It. I've seen that too.
Yes,
very
yes, very good and a great experience too.
Yeah.
And also, and my other school practicing thing is another William Shakespeare. I believe it's called Macbeth.
Okay.
Yes, I played Macbeth. Oh. Yeah. So, Vegans, as an actor, what is the greatest iconic role that you want to represent? Towards
Black Panther. I'm joking. Anything really, because you are giving your body, your talent, your knowledge, your whole being. I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of you're using your body as a vessel to kind of bring stories to life. So anything with a life. Anything that's powerful. I don't have of course, you have some specific role that you're maybe one day I'll have the chance to play this character. But really, if I'm reading something, I want to feel this person, I want to be oh, wow, oh, all of this emotion. I want to feel that person is not one dimensional. So it's kind of people has layers to them. So this is the type of character that I would like to play.
Interesting.
Yeah, and have you played a character that you feel I don't really like this character, but they cast me as this guy, but I'm gonna play it anyway?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't like it. Maybe because I remember one time I played a short role. But it's but I really want to have a big, longer role because I want to show off all that I got.
Yeah.
But sometimes smallest things become the greatest thing. So, so anytime I'm in a short role, it's okay, it's cool. But like I said before, a big role. But it's cool. But any role that you give me, I would do my best as a performer to give you all that I can. And I will give you all that I can.
No, so. That's your job, definitely. That's your job to kind of make people understand why that character is doing what he's doing. So you have to make people believe you in a way. Yeah. So that's cool.
And another question that I want to ask you as an actor, which actor inspires you to be an actor and why?
The first movie that I watched, that's why I always say that I would love in my lifetime, if I have that chance, if I will ever have that chance to be in an X-Men movie. Because that's the first movie that's kind of break it all for me. When I saw the first X-Men movie as a child, and I was wow. I saw Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, all of these amazing actors doing their stuff. That's when I really see oh, that's what I want. That's it. This is it. Yeah. So I would say Hugh Jackman. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Meryl Streep. Who doesn't love Meryl Streep? She's the
That's my girl.
she's the acting god. Yeah, and all of many actors for many different reasons that you see their performance and you're like, wow, this is amazing. Kate Blanchett.
Oh yes.
Viola Davis. Tom Hanks.
Oh, you hitting the heart right here, man. Those
all
are
of
my
these
yeah.
people, I'm like, I don't think they can do anything wrong.
Yeah. Anytime they're on screen, you're just like,
Yeah, even if these people play Charlize, she's one of the greatest as well. I love her, and I'm inspired by any people that when I feel like I watch their stuff and I'm like, wow, wow. Like sometimes it's not even an emotional movie, but you are moved by the performance.
Yes,
and that's incredible. So for somebody to be able to do that, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So how do you get ready for a world, like when you read the script and then like you're doing the table read, do you get it figured out? Do you get it figured out while you're reading, or you just go home and then you do the internal work?
Mostly, yeah. When we do table reads, I mostly get it figured out, like you said, by reading it, because once the director is breaking it off, breaking it up to it and breaking it down to us and explaining what does that mean, that means. So my brain is like, okay, so that character does this and that, right? But sometimes in our brain, we think that's what the character should be. The director's like, no, it should be that way. So when that happens, I should just go home and study and look at different actors, inspirations of how the character should be. But I won't imitate them. I won't imitate the actor, because that's like copy and pasting, and you don't want that. You have to create your own craft as that own character. Same character, but just your own craftsmanship of it. And once you start to understand the world of play and development, then I prepare it.
Yeah. Oh, that's very good. Like a lot of people, they have the process, as you call it. They need to work that specific way. They need to, that's what they need to get ready. Some actors are like very protective of their.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm speechless sometimes. Sorry.
That's cool.
Protective about their process.
Right.
So. Yeah, that's a very interesting things. But do you have a role that it's very hard for you to figure it out? Like literally, it's almost opening night, and you're still trying to figure stuff. Like you're still trying to,
Well, during the opening nights, but before opening nights, that's a good question. Maybe when it's coming to Shakespeare, William Shakespeare stuff, like the language is hard and the characters is hard, so you're really trying to reword it and understand what the motives of this character is, how I should do in this. So sometimes in the As You Like It, the character Jaquise, there was one scene that I had to speak out or say something, whatever the character had to do, and I was like, how should he say this? How should he go with this? Will he do that? Will the real Jaquise do that? So I have to craft it and think about it. But afterwards, it works out afterwards, because once you got to read the language first. Because when you understand the language goes with your body movements and it's in your mind. It's like, aha. There we go. So, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. So, another question that I would like to ask you: do you get stage frights?
Oh, all the time. All the time. Like literally 5 minutes before no, it's like I feel like my heart's gonna stop. Yeah. Like you're behind a curtain and you're waiting for your cue to kind of like go on stage, and then I'm like, oh, like it's like my heart, but like literally I open my mouth and I said the first line or the second line, and then I start to cool down a little bit.
Okay.
I start to cool down, and by like 5 minutes in, I'm like, I'm comfortable. I'm like, I'm in my element.
Right.
So, yeah, but it's I don't think it will ever go away.
Me, I'm kind of like the total opposite.
Yeah.
I like, okay, I'm like 5% nervous, but my heart and my body, you ever get the shivers in your body? But it's not like I'm nervous. It's just like my body is ready to give out
it's
that
like
energy.
A mix of being nervous and excited.
Yeah, because you don't want to give the audience, you want to get all the audience a bad experience. Like, oh my God, this guy sucks. All these thoughts are coming out of heads. But once you cool down and you say it and play it 1,000 times, like, oh, okay, I'm great. Because like you say, when it's your first opening night, you're kind of nervous, you don't know how it is, but the people love you. And then the second night and third night, you're comfortable with it. Your heart and everything is still pumping, racing, but you're not nervous.
You're not nervous. Yeah,
you're
but I'm not like specifically worrying about the audience. I'm more specifically worrying about me messing up. Because I know that, but the thing is, if I have been on stage and then I've said something and I said, oh, the wrong thing, or I twist the line, or something happened. But the thing is, I know I have that ability to kind of like fix myself like right away. Not like sometimes when you mess up, you don't go back. Some people, I've seen some people going back and do the line again.
Yeah.
I kept going, but I'm aware that I mess it up. But I feel like I don't want the audience know that.
Because the audience don't even know it anyway, though, so you just have to make it improv.
Yeah, I kind of like, oh shit. In my head, I'm like, oh shoot, I messed up.
Right.
But I'm like, okay, let's just keep going. And then when that happened, you kind of like, your heart stopped a little bit. You go like, oh no, I'm gonna ruin the
and
whole
you can sense
thing.
the director in the backstage like, that's not the line.
No, but after a while, you kind of like, you just keep going.
Right.
That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. Oh my God. And improvs too. Sometimes when you're your brain is in a freeze mode, it's like, you gotta think of something. Just think about your next line. Whenever your brain freezes at a line, just think about the next line real quick.
No, don't you love that part of acting that you so lost into it? I don't even know how to describe it. You're not even aware of anything.
Yo.
You're not, like, you are completely in it. And when that kind of moment happened, I'm like, it's like you go to another dimension.
Yo, exactly. The same thing when I was doing As You Like It. I'm glad you brought that to my attention. When I was doing the scene with Jay Quees, if y'all know it, sans eyes, sans teeth, sans everything. I was really invested. Like, Denzel just flew out, and here comes the character that's speaking towards you. Yeah. So when your character as an actor, when you do that, you are engrossed and you are impactful. You're just in the world of the play.
Yeah, like, we know it's acting. I mean, we're not insane. We know that what we're doing is not like completely like true.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I don't even feel my body.
Yeah,
like,
which is crazy.
I feel like I'm totally transformed.
Yeah,
like, I'm like, ooh, it's happening.
And the crazy thing is, audience, it would give you a memorable experience. Like, yo, you played that character so. I get.
Do you have one play that you have done that you really, really love, that you wouldn't mind doing it over and over and over again?
Oh my God. Okay, so the plays that I have been so far is okay. What's the play? Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee, because you could act like a child. I was playing the guy with the erection, and Chip is his name, and it's mad funny.
It's pretty cool.
That and one of the plays called the God, is it The Prodigal? It was another play that I did, and those are two that I really like so far. The Shakespeare plays are good, but just the language. I love the language, but
for me too, because English is not my first language, so English is my second language. So learning how to do a play with that kind of language is challenging, and sometimes you don't understand everything that you're saying. Yeah. So that's another part of the work. You have to understand what you're saying, because that's, if you don't understand what you're saying, then it's like you're saying nothing.
And thank God for the Shakespearean person who could translate it, because we had a lot of people that translate, because once the person translated and acted it out for us, it's like, oh, that's what I really meant, that's what I really said. Oh, okay. Because when you hear
once you figure it out, it's like, oh, wow,
that's simple.
It's clear,
because now bringing Shakespeare is like algebra. Okay, X, Y, B, that, you know. But
no, I mean, sometimes one of the thing is, I mean, once you follow the story, sometimes you figure things, you have an idea, like a pretty strong idea of what it meant when you're reading the table read. When everybody's reading their part, everybody's together, like we all gather, and then we're just reading the whole thing.
Right.
So now you start figuring it out. Oh, okay, I get it. But when you're reading the whole play by yourself before you start the table work, I mean, you have an idea about it, about what it's about, but when you see everybody in their role doing everything, it's kind of like, it's starting to open up.
Right. But I'm telling y'all, to motivate you guys, if you really want to act, please create, craft. It's such a great and amazing experience, especially for me, and especially this guy right here, Vegans, man. We can act our hearts out because you're telling a story, you're motivating, you're captivating, and there's so many people that don't have words to describe how to express themselves, but you as an actor are expressing that hurt, that pain, or whatever it is, the excitement.
It's just
is
acting just unlocked every single emotion that you have in
Yes.
your body, like things that you didn't even know that you have. It's kind of like bring it all back, and that's what I love about it. You're not just acting by, you're not playing people, you're not like,
Right.
yeah, it's acting teaches you about yourself.
Right.
Like I thought that I was gonna become an actor just to know how to play people, like I want to know how to be an accountant, how to play this like a superhero or something like that, any role that they give you. But really what it is you're learning about yourself.
Yes.
And all of these things sort of like coming to light when you act. So please, if you're an actor and you're watching this, just keep doing it, because we know that a lot of people saying that, oh, this is a bad business, or you're gonna die,
no.
you're gonna die poor, you're not gonna make money, you're not gonna make it. I know it's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's hard work, and it's very hard to get
Yeah.
into this world. But it's not only acting is not only Hollywood. Acting
Right.
is not only making the millions and the fame and the glamour and all of this.
Yeah.
All of the thing that we have in mind that comes with it. But acting is community work. You can get, especially if you live in New York or Los Angeles or maybe other states. I'm not too sure about
Yeah.
how they work things, but there is way you can make it happen. You can write
Yes.
stuff. You can make a YouTube channel and then showcase your talent.
Yes.
You can invite your friends to do a reading. You can do anything that you feel like doing. So please don't give up. Keep acting.
Yeah.
And this was our conversation. So please come back to the channel.
You can do it.
Subscribe to this guy's channel right here.
Ding, ding.
And please come back and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.